boys and girls. This is Miss Kylie, and this is our 34th week of Ordinary Time. So, in our liturgical calendar, which is the calendar that the church follows, this is our last week of the year. So, unlike our calendar that we follow for school and every day, our last day of the year is in December, and our first day of the year is in January. For us as Catholics, this is our last Sunday of the liturgical year, and next week we start Advent, which leads up to Christmas and ultimately Jesus being born. So, today we are going to go over our gospel, which is according to Matthew, and here is the story that is told through this gospel. So, there was a time when Jesus brought his followers, his disciples together, and he said, "Come, you who are blessed by the Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." His disciples looked around at each other and started to wonder, "Jesus, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you as a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go visit you?" So this is when Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." So, the most important part of this story is when he says that, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me." So what we need to remember is we see Jesus in everybody. So if you see somebody who needs help, or who might need food or needs clothing, and when you help those people, ultimately you're helping Jesus. So I just wanted to take a minute here to go over just some of the things that we need to think about from our past year. So, like I said, this is our last Sunday of our liturgical calendar. So, a lot of times around New Year's, people make resolutions and try to come up with something that they want to do better for the next year, or something to make everyone's, do a good deed for somebody. So, as Catholics, we should take this time to reflect this week on what good deeds we have done, and moving forward, what are we going to do to help and to do good for others. So, just some things that I want you to think about. What should you do when you know of someone who is hungry? So this could be at school. This could be somebody who maybe they forgot their snack. So, what would you do in that situation? And could you maybe share half of your snack? So you each get a little bit of your snack, and you're helping someone who's hungry. On a bigger picture, if your school or the church is having a food drive and they're asking for canned goods or food or donations, that's another time that we can help people who are hungry. And so, same thing when it goes for clothes or someone who just is in need. But it doesn't have to be a literal sense of needing someone who needs food or needs clothes. People might just need a friend or somebody to talk to. So if you see somebody who's sitting alone at school or at the park and, they look sad, that's your chance to take your chance and to go talk to them and to, be a follower of Christ and to help them feel better in that moment and to do a good deed on your end. So, something I really want us to think about is if we can think of 3 times this past year, that we have done a good deed like this, right? And if we cannot come up with 3 times, let's make a resolution ourselves for this next upcoming year of 3 things that we want to do to help somebody. Whether it be to donate food at Thanksgiving time or to find clothes that don't fit you anymore and maybe donate them or give them to somebody who needs them, right? And like I said, it doesn't have to even be on that level. It could just be being a friend to somebody or sitting with someone who maybe doesn't have as many friends as you. So, we are going to wrap up here, and I hope that we thought of 3 things that we did this past year, and we can think of 3 more things that we can do this year to come. Thank you guys so much.